The Bosch 18-volt King of the Hill hammer drill. This is the Bosch Pro Factor 18-volt hammer drill driver with up to 1,330 inch-pounds of torque. Yes, that's over 1,300 inch-pounds of torque. Let's go ahead and dive in, take a closer look at these features, and then obviously we're going to use this thing, and then we'll come back and talk about pricing, about warranty, and what we think of it. This is the BOSCH GSB18V-1330C, and the 1330 is in relation to their 1,330 inch-pounds of torque that this drill puts out. Specifically, they call it the half-inch high torque hammer drill driver. So it's not only a drill driver, but we also get the hammering function for work in concrete as well. Half-inch chuck, all steel chuck. It's a Rome chuck as well, so very good quality chuck. And again, half-inch model, so easy to use. Great knurling there on the metal outside ring. So very easy to use that chuck, and you'll get years and years of service from it. Now there's some really cool features that we'll dive into here in a moment, and you can see the buttons down there on the base of the tool. But for starters, we get a 2-speed gearbox that gives us up to 550 RPM in low and up to 2,200 RPM in high. Although their manual says 2,200, the box says 2,100, so either 21 or 2,200 RPM in high. And we get a variable speed trigger as well, so regardless of what speed we have the gearbox in, we can also make that go as slow as we want to with that variable speed trigger. And then wide open and low is 550, and wide open is high is either that 2,100 or 2,200 RPM. And then in hammer mode, so in addition to the 2 speeds, we also have the functions here. So in drill mode, obviously that 550 and 2,200. And then in the drive mode or screw mode, then that's going to activate our clutch here. And we get a 25 position clutch. So from 1 to 25 for driving screws. And then the hammer function is going to give us up to 30,000 BPM or blows per minute in the hammer selection. Very good ergonomics on this drill. At the same time, it is a large drill. I mean, this is the one, this is their beast. You know, this is putting out 1,330 inch-pounds, so not meant to be small and compact. It's going to be pretty large, although it's not that big and very easy to hold. I have it mated with the 8 amp hour battery here, so decently sized battery. We're going to get a lot of runtime and power from this unit. I love the new approach here on the battery gauge on the new Bosch Core batteries. So you can easily see that gauge there, and we get 5 different LED lights to tell us the status of that. Now we also, you see a little screwdriver slot right here, and obviously some type of puck that goes under that. You can actually add the Bosch Connect in there, where you can actually use an app to do different things, and we'll talk about that here in one moment. Up here you see these look like teeth, and that is what the auxiliary handle engages. By the way, very long auxiliary handle, and that is in relation to that 1,330 inch-pounds is the reason that's so long, to avoid any of that feedback we're going to get when we're drilling large holes. Now, here's one thing, a little tip for you. When installing this, you know, you can obviously loosen it up this way, tighten it this way, and if you're trying to get that hoop all the way open to fit over this, you'll keep unscrewing and unscrewing. But what you can do is you can pull this body this way, and it opens that loop. So you do have to unscrew it some, but then you can pull that open, and that provides enough to engage those teeth. You can set it where you want to, and then clamp that down, and you're ready to go. Now also here in the auxiliary arm, or the auxiliary handle, you see the little hole right here with a thumb screw, and that's where this rod goes, and that's going to set basically your drill depth. So when you're drilling holes in concrete and such, you can set that depth and drill the same depth over and over and over, or just remove that and just have the handle, or again, we can loosen this and remove that handle. Now, a couple of really cool functions on this drill. So you can see now we've got it activated. We've got a big green light right here, and right here it says kickback. I turn it over, you can read that. says kickback right there, and we have the green light and telling us this is on. And here's what this is. So if we're drilling, and we'll show this actually using it here in a moment. So I'm going to be drilling, and when it kicks out, it shuts that tool off. The light starts flashing, lets us know it's in kickback mode. Flashing red, flashing LED light, which by the way, we get an LED light here at the base, which is pretty bright, especially for one that sits down there at the base. But anyway, so that kickback control activates pretty quickly either way, and just let go of the trigger, pull it again, and you're good to go again. So that's the kickback function, and you can turn that off. So if you're drilling overhead or something like that where it's engaging too much or something like that, you can turn that off, but understand that, you know, that can have some repercussions when it jerks your wrist and actually hurts it. Then we have this other one right here. So we have this other button over here, and you see a 45, a 60, and so there's 45, there's 60, and then there's a little, looks like a little smartphone. Well, the little smartphone means two different things. Let's talk about the 45 and the 60 first. What the 45 and the 60 do, so let me turn it on 45. So now we know we're set at 45 degrees. This little flashing light right here is going to tell us when we get to 45 degrees. So the yellow light means we're close, and then right there, so that tells us we're at 45 degrees. So if you're needing to drill a 45 degree angle, this drill will actually let you know that. Then I can go to 60. So now we're set at 60. Yellow, there we go. So now we've got our 60 degree angle right there. So we set it up right. We engage which one we want. So we've got it at the little smartphone, which is also preset to 90. And then we'll see here, yellow, and now we have green. So now we know we're perfectly perpendicular or at 90 degrees from the surface here. You can also, from that one there, is where you can connect. If you get the little puck that goes in here, and then you can use your smartphone app, and you can actually set that to whatever degrees you want from 0 to 90 degrees. So if you want to set it at 87 degrees, you can do so, and then that light will come on at 87 degrees or whatever you have preset. Otherwise, as I mentioned, this is preset to 90 degrees, and it will activate once we get close. We'll get the yellow, and then we get the green, and we know we're at 90 degrees. It's a pretty cool feature on a drill. Let's go over and test the power. Okay, first thing we're going to do, I've got a couple of construction fasteners. I believe they're 7-inch. Yeah, right at 7 inches. Going to see if we can drive those. T40 bit. We're in high. We're in drive mode and on 25. Okay, I'm going to go to drill, lock that out. Number 2. And number 3. I don't know if that's something majorly wrong, or if maybe there's just some type of coating that's liking to smoke off of that. So it drove those. I will say that this one, it took 2 tries at it. And it did seem like it shut off once it bottomed out. And I had to go into drill mode because in drive mode, the clutch engaged much too soon, which I would kind of expect on a screw or a fastener this size. And also, this was in high. So a couple of bumps to get it out, but again, I was in high, not in low. All right, now the only thing we've changed is we're gonna go in low. You know what, I'm gonna put that back into drive mode in low with the 25 and see when the clutch engages. Okay, again, clutch engages much too soon. Go into drill mode. So plenty of power. Plenty of power in low to drive those screws. Well, let's also show the kickback feature on these screws here. So you see they're engaged. They're engaged again. Okay, we've got a self-feed 3/4 inch auger bit in here. We have it in high speed and we have it in drill mode. Yeah, no problem with that. Gonna jump up to a 1 inch. Then a 1.5 inch self-feed auger bit or spade bit. Doesn't want to do that final punch through, but plenty of power to go through with that 1.5 inch. Now we're going to go with the big 2 9/16 inch bit. This is the Diablo dual cutting, so we get 2 blades. They're doing the cutting. Let's flip this board over. And we'll try it first in high speed. Okay. Nope. High speed, not going to do it. Throw it in low. So no problem in low, it's just not going to tackle that in high. We'll test that kickback. There we have it. You see it flashing. Kickback engaged again. So in low, no problem at all. And finally, we're going to go to hammer drill mode. We'll go back to high. Let's get us a 3/8 bit. So again, we're in hammer mode. Not much trouble. Let's check the weight on this with the battery. With the 8 amp hour battery, you're looking at 6 pounds 4 ounces. Without the battery, 4 pounds 1.5 ounces. About 10 3/4 inches tall. And from the front of the chuck to the back of the tool, 8 1/4 inches long. Okay, so first off, the little bit of smoke we saw there when we drove the first couple of big construction fasteners, never saw it again. So I think we spotted it twice or 3 times, very lightly when it was torqued at the max, and thought we would see that again. Never saw a hiccup from the tool, and never saw the smoke again. So my assumptions would be this is a brand new drill, or it was a brand new drill. That was literally the first times we had used it. So I'm thinking that maybe some sort of oil or coating or something may have been somewhere in the motor where it was heating up, and then we saw that little bit of smoke, and that was it. I think, again, 2 or 3 times, and then after that we were pushing it and the drilling in the concrete and the drilling on the wood and everything else, and never saw that smoke again. Love the features on this tool. Love the kickback ability where it will shut down the tool and flash the light letting you know. Love the fact that you can turn it off as well. And then the angle feature, that really comes in handy, especially where you're, maybe drilling in specific areas and need to know that angle. Very handy to have that. And then you can even connect it to your app if you have the connection chip, and put that in there, and then you can connect it to your phone and be able to set those features as well. Love the power from this. Plenty of power to drive just about anything you're needing. Now in high, we couldn't, drill that to a 9/16 inch hole, nor in high could we, really overpower it a lot. But in low, it really didn't even struggle on doing just about everything. Pricing on this is $149 as a bare tool, and it comes with a 3-year warranty. Now you can get a kit with a 4 amp hour battery and a charger, and I believe that's going to run you about $259. And there may be other various kits out there as well. But again, $150 as a bare tool and 3-year warranty. Check it out for yourselves. Also keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, did you hate our video? Well, then give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.